Have you ever thought about how many contact addresses you own? If you are a professional, then you probably have a few. You have an email address, a mobile phone number, a work phone number, a company's internal extension number, Skype name for chat, voice, and video. So let me ask you this. From all of those numbers and addresses, which one can you recall right now? I bet it is the email, right? And from those numbers and addresses, which ones can you associate to a company? Let me guess. It's email address, right? But when it comes to use public cloud solutions, for professionals, how can one be sure that the username was not created by someone else? And from these two addresses, over which one do you have full control? Because your communications are spread by many providers, you have no control and no privacy. What if you could have full control of your communications? And a single address to communicate. Wisecom is aware of this problem, and has adopted a technology to help solving it. Finally, after searching for the right technology, and with the help of today's reliable internet connections, Wisecom presents UcoIP, Unified Communications over IP. UcoIP represents a new era in communications. The era where telephony, instant messaging, email and video come together into a unique contact address. So, let's see some real-life examples of the application of UcoIP technology. First example. Communicating with a person outside the company. Hire a secretary from the TechLane company, wishes to contact Edna, the secretary from Bayston. She wants to order some computer parts, but she doesn't know Edna's direct phone number. In the past, she has received an email from Edna about a specific order, so she searches for Edna's email and finds it. Because both TechLane and Bayston companies have a UcoIP system in place, Hire goes to her soft phone and dials Edna's UcoIP address. The call is established and Hire can now order the computer parts she needs. What does this mean? It means that, instead of a number, Edna called the UcoIP address, commonly known as the email address. And this process was so easy for her, that she began to make all of her phone calls this way, since most of her company contacts have implemented a UcoIP system. She no longer needs to recall phone numbers. Second example. Communicating with a person who belongs to the same company. Let's imagine TechLane is a company with 500 co-workers. And Hire is one of the secretaries. Hire needs to call Amir, the new colleague from the sales department. She doesn't know his extension number, nor if Amir is at the company, or if he is outside trying to gain new clients. But she remembers that she received the welcome email, which Amir sent presenting himself to his colleagues. She copies the UcoIP address from the email and calls him, via softphone. Amir is not at the company, but, because he changed call settings, any call made to his workstation phone is transferred to his mobile phone. So, he answers the call from Hire while on the street. What does this mean? This means that Hire didn't have to recall the phone extension to make a call. She just dialed the UcoIP address, which is easy to remember. It also means that wherever a person is located, it will always be reached, just by calling the UcoIP address. But, is UcoIP better than the present communication systems? By comparing some aspects of traditional communications and the UcoIP way, we shall see how this technology can benefit organizations. In today's traditional communications, as a professional you have at least 4 numbers and addresses to communicate, while with the UcoIP you only have 1. With the UcoIP system, all communications pass through the IP and, therefore, are encrypted by the personal server and are also untraceable. It is possible to fake, for example, a Skype address. But it's impossible to fake the UcoIP address. When calling a number, it is impossible to know its origin, unless you have associated it to a name before. With the UcoIP address you always know the organization and possibly the name of the person. It's difficult to memorize a number, but it's easier to remember an UcoIP address. The UcoIP technology is aimed to be used in the corporate environment because companies are the ones who need more privacy. However, with time, it will be available for domestic purposes. Every form of communication has its own address. And if another one appears, it will have its own as well. The UcoIP system will always integrate other communications forms with the single address. If you wish to know more about Wisecom and its robust communications solutions, and also if you want to be prepared for the future of communications, then go to www.wisecom.co.il or send us an email to sales@wisecom.co.il. UcoIP, Unified Communications over IP.